Spirit Coach getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, welcome. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. And today we're going to talk about astrology at a basic level, which is just understanding cycles. Okay. So, based upon us going in a rotation, you know what I'm saying? We are influenced just as if you were on a larger scale tilting on the axis, you know what I'm saying, as you would be influenced to act out certain virtues and principles of either moving forward or moving backwards. So if you was on a seesaw, you would feel and you tilted forward, you would feel the need to move forward. If you was on a seesaw and you felt the need to move backwards, then you would get influenced by that. So you're on a body of water based upon what they track as being closeness and distant. Closeness is when we get, closer to the sun and things, and we have more birth, we have more life. Distance is when we get more further away from the sun, and then we have more death, more transformation, more winter type situations. Then you got the transitions between those two extreme polarization points. This is how they're tracking that what goes around comes around, and that we're going in some type of cycle. So astrology at a basic level is just basically understanding seasonal changes. And before you get into the spookism or just the mysticism of astrology, you can just look outside and see what we're doing already. And so that's how I like to show up and teach as Zeus, what we're actually experiencing. So what I'm going to do is break down a specific way that you can know this for yourself. And always remember these, what I'm saying, on a grand scale, on a macro scale. On a micro scale, us matching what's going on macro. You know what I'm saying? So these 4 points, which in astrology, there would be the 4 horsemen or the 4 angels or the 4 fixed stars. You know what I'm saying? Volmahalt, which represents death. You know what I'm saying? Wintertime. Then you got Raphael. You got Aldebaran, which represents spring. That would be the Archangel Michael, I believe. Then you got Raphael, which represents Regulus. So you got the fixed star Regulus, which represents the Archangel Raphael, and that's summer. Then you got the fixed star Uriel. Not Uriel. The fixed star Antares, which represents Archangel Uriel. And, what I'm saying? Shout out to Archangel Uriel, because Uriel down in this bitch. He actually on Earth and shit like that. So, shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, before, Bobby Hemmett and them used to say, like, yeah, Archangel Uriel, the only one that can be on Earth that can help people, type shit. So, shout out to Uriel. But, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the, like I said, the fixed star Fomalhaut, which represents Archangel Gabriel and shit like that. And shit like that. And a lot of my energies got to do with this position. I actually have, my second house, 3 degrees, Pisces, and shit like that. But, nonetheless, we're going to give y'all these points so y'all can understand on a basic level how to always know astrology at a basic level, which is just your seasonal cycles, okay? All right. Let's make it simple, right? Sorry for the little cough and stuff like that, but we got to do what we got to do, man. All right. So, we always got a beginning, and this is what they will point to as the East. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like what they looking at us as what we spun from, if they are always starting point, you know what I'm saying? Because, they follow the light. or whatever. But which light is really the darkness. But spring is our beginning. So anytime springtime is the actual new year, and this is a part of you know our cycle where a lot of things start. Okay, and based upon what they're tracking as behavior and influence, this is kind of what they're locating. You know what I'm saying? So, spring. Let's start with spring. So, to know astrology at a basic level, you know what I'm saying, you would just know what's going on. So, spring is always going to be your start and whatever. So, how you can see beyond astrology, you know what I'm saying, or these zodiac names and titles, what they're doing it. You want to know the motivations. What is people doing? What is people influenced to do? What is playing out as the occultist, the one that's behind the scenes observing, you know what I'm saying, your own and sometimes others, behavior and also what's going on outside in your environment. And that can help you as well. So when we get to spring, you know what I'm saying, this is um, this the starting point of Aries, what they coin as Aries, which is the first house in astrology. It also your first house is your rising sign, so this is where the sun rise and all that shit like that first. So before we get to astrology, you want to know the space or the being that you're in. Okay, so at a basic level, you can always think about when you're in winter. Okay, so let's start there because to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. So we always knew we'd also know it was winter, but moving forward, how does it affect us? All right, so spring, in basic level astrology. Uh, okay, I'm sorry about that. Spring in basic level astrology is passionate to support ideas and information. So before you even title it astrology or whatever, think about the space that you're in before spring starts. Okay? So you'll be in a space of being passionate to support ideas and information. So in winter, you know what I'm saying, you're getting ready, you know what I'm saying, you're getting motivated, that's passionate, to what? To go outside, to go relate, to support something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you've been cooking through winter, right? So that's supporting ideas and information. Whatever you got on your mind, whatever you want to communicate, whatever you want to convey. So that is the energy of spring in general before it even gets to astrology. You know what I'm saying? So now we can put astrology on it. Passionate Aries to support Taurus ideas and information. Gemini. Those would be the three houses that they would calculate through the 90-day span of springtime as astrology. So, but before we even get to astrology, like I said, just think of the space that you're in. Whatever. I know anybody that got some shit that they cooking up. You're not finna feel like going all out in the winter, putting that shit out in the winter. You know what I'm saying? You might get inspired to, but for the most part, the majority of the world is running on this type of time, especially based upon how they set up the calendar in the government and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So passionate to support ideas and information. Aries, passionate, motivated. You motivated to get up and, you know what I'm saying, be outside. That's relating, that's getting in reality. That's Taurus, ideas and information. You know what I'm saying? What you've been coming up with while you was alone. You know what I'm saying? Your environment. Gemini, your surroundings. Passionate to support ideas and information. That's spring in general. That's springtime in general. Now get into astrology. Now call it this animal. Now do this, put this title on it. Now do that. But before you even do that, you just got to understand what the influences is what we calling and things, you know what I'm saying, as the starting point to know what we did with our minds before we, you know what I'm saying, made a discipline off of it. And that's all it is. It's a discipline. All right. Now, let's move on, right? So we got spring, passionate to support ideas and information. So once you get out and you passionate to support your ideas and information, what's next? Okay, what's next? You want to uphold that. So that's summer, right? Well, now let's do summer. Summer is receiving or reacting, aka doing actions and expressing expressions to show off intellect or idea. I'm sorry, let me read that one more time. Receiving or reacting, aka doing actions and expressions to show off intellect or ideas. Okay, so once you passionately support your ideas, you know what I'm saying? You go through that spring, now you in summer. It's there. It's hot. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. It's ready. So now you in the thick of it. So you're receiving, reacting, you know what I'm saying, and doing your actions to or expressions to show off your intellect or ideas. Okay, that you was passionate about supporting in spring. So receiving will be Cancer, and reacting to do our actions and expressions, that's Leo, right? To show off, Leo, our intellect and our ideas. So that would be Virgo. So, you know what I'm saying, receiving and reacting, that's Cancer. So, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you in the thick of it, you know, in summer. You emotionally reacting. This is one of the most transformative moments. You know what I'm saying? Doing actions and expressions to show off your intellect, Leo. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna want to set the stage, you know, aka be seen a certain way. Make sure you're seen a certain way. That's why a lot of the entertainment industry, hottest in the summer. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want all attention and all the reactions and stuff like that for the most part, and to show off our intellect and our idea and thing, what works and what doesn't work, what's most secure and what's not secure. So this is the spaces that you in general in summer, but they call this 30 days, 30 days, and 30 days, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. So that's summer. So, yeah, Cancer, there's gonna be a lot of emotional situations going on after that. So spring is passionate to support our ideas and information. So, you know, we're gonna be passionate to support our ideas and information. And in the summer, you know what I'm saying, this is receiving or reacting, aka doing actions and expressions to show off intellect or ideas. Shout out to Newport Beach. Receiving or reacting, aka doing actions and expressions to show off our intellect or idea. Okay, boom, that's the height. So summer, we got that. Now, once we've done that enough, you know what I'm saying, and that gets tired out, what happens? What happens? It's fall time. So notice, you know, even the way they measure the way the axis is tilted. If I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying, it's like in fall, it is actually, you know, wherever you at on that geographical location, you know what I'm saying, they may depict it as a fall, but it's really as within, so without, as far as like with their earth tilt and stuff like that, but it's really just as within, so without. So, you know what I'm saying, distance, closeness, yeah, really kind of distance, closeness, and dimness and brightness and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But fall time. So once you receive and reacted to doing your actions. So you in character, you receiving, you know what I'm saying, your actions and your expressions, and to show off that intellect or that idea, which is Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Boom, you get ready to go into fall time, which we in now. We about to enter Sagittarius season. Okay. This is relating or balancing motivation for a new experience or ability to teach. Okay? So let's get to it. So once you did the summer shit, you went to the highest point and things, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let that fall and things to do the motherfucking 360 the right way. So Libra season, you know what I'm saying? After we didn't receive and reacted to doing our actions and expressions to show off that intellect or whatever, we done that. So now we want to know we want to relate that. You know what I'm saying? Uh we want to see how that is. You know what I'm saying? So we want to gain information on what others think, what others yeah, or how we feel about it. You know what I'm saying? How we can balance it out. Uh, this is also, you know, in another sense, in the physical aspect, you know, us realizing summer is over. So whatever we just did, that was like the highest shit we was gonna be able to do. So now we getting ready to fall. So we falling back, relating to what we just did, Libra, right? So this is relating, balancing your motivations for a new experience or ability to teach. So we just went through the motivation season. Shout out to Endless Abilities. We just went through the motivation season where, um, you know, it's winter time. So, you know, we still falling back and things. So we looking at all the shit that we did in summer, falling back, relating it, and then seeing the motives behind the shit and what type of motive we was in. That's Scorpio season. It's for the purpose of looking experience or the ability to teach. And that Sagittarius what we going in now, where we gonna want to be seen for our wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Or have some type of ability to teach based upon what transformation we just went through. So this is fall. You know what I'm saying? So let me start over. Spring, passionate to support ideas and information. Passionate, Aries. Get ready to go out. To support, uh, Taurus. Ideas and information, Gemini. Springtime in a nutshell. Summer, receiving or reacting, aka doing actions and expressions to show off intellect or idea. Receiving and reacting, Cancer. What we're doing, what we're actualizing, what we want to be seen as expressions, receiving that, acting that out, Leo. To show off the intellect and idea and how it can be upheld, stability, security of that idea, right? Shout out to Angelica Faith, security of that idea. Virgo, boom. Now we didn't show the security of the idea and our character and how we felt about it. Fall time. Relating or balancing motivation for a new experience or ability to teach. Relating, Libra. We just did that all that energy work and things. So now it went to the highest height. So now we gotta fall back and receive what we got from that. That's also called harvest season. They say this is harvest season, fall time. So it's all connected. Harvest, Libra, relation, receive, reciprocation. What you give is what you got getting back. Libra. Receive, and balancing our passions and motivation. What we could have did, what we know we could have did better. Scorpio. What we need to take power and control over next year. Scorpio, transformation. What we need to transform to get better? Scorpio, motivation, transformation. So relating or balancing motivation for a new experience, because Mars is still birth, it's still Scorpio, but since it's Scorpio is long-term birth, it's not Aries birth. You know what I'm saying? So for a new experience, it's Scorpio birth, not Aries birth and Scorpio. You know, so Scorpio got the rule of the long-term birth, what you want to take power and control over. Experience or ability to teach. So relating or balancing, Libra, motivation, Scorpio, motivation for a new experience to an ability to teach. Sagittarius, what we into right now, which is basically wanting to be experienced and be seen for our transformations. What work did you put in? So it's about the work you put in throughout the year. It ain't about all that other shit y'all be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about hitting the lottery. It's about what the work you put in. And then you do the mechanism the right way. You know what I'm saying? You be in the game like endless abilities. Shout out to the Clubhouse member. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're getting the monthly calls with Cito the Spirit Coach. Hop on that subscription right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep you up with the trends. It's real good. Relating or balancing motivation for a new experience or ability to teach. So not right now, you know what I'm saying, based upon, you know, being at the end of fall, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we relating and balancing, falling back, having that motivation for a new experience. So we want to go the distance now. So we want to go Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? We want to go to Sagittarius. So we want a new experience. So we want to develop most of the wisdom and knowledge and shit like that as we possibly can and things. And this will get us ready for fall time. I mean, winter time, but the next year is also, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that motivation to have, you know, them new experiences. We know we're not going to have a lot of new experiences. So it's going to be broad. It's going to be far out. It's going to be Sagittarius. It ain't going to be the experiences on the physical where we can see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? We only finna see death. You know what I'm saying? But at least we can develop enough faith and experience, you know what I'm saying, or knowledge, wisdom, and meanings and reasonings to keep us, you know, going through the winter and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep us above our lower natures. And that's when, you know, you get into the centaur energy and shit like that. And boom. You know? All right. Yeah. Shout out endless. All right. And then winter, we ended out, right? We ended out. Okay? So winter is death season. So this is using reality or security of our experiences to learn and become more knowledgeable of our imaginations, aka what you were lost in. Okay? So that's winter in a nutshell. So you're gonna use reality, right? So after Sagittarius is done, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? It's we most distant from the sun and things, you know what I'm saying? That body of water. We most distant. And, you know, we're gonna be, you know, using reality. In the first instance, you probably, if you in an area, you know what I'm saying, that's correlated with the seasons and stuff like that, the first reality you're gonna realize is cold and shit like that. So you ain't gonna be trying to do stuff outside like that. You're gonna be like, man, you know, I ain't trying to do nothing. Like, that's security in general. You ain't trying to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to stand outside. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get shelter. So using reality, that's Capricorn, or security, right, of our experiences, that's Aquarius and Pisces. Security is more so, you know, how to think about it, how to run it. You know what I'm saying? And that's Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? And reality, how to associate with it and stuff like that. That's Aquarius. Of our experiences, that can be Pisces, you know what I'm saying? But it can also be the shit that we going through. You know, because in the winter, it get the most coldest, it get the most cutthroat You know what I'm saying? So you might be sleeping outside if you're on the wrong side of the energies. But, this is using reality or security of our experiences to learn and become more knowledgeable of imaginations, aka what you were lost in. So the winter you start realizing all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You start realizing like, damn, where I could have went better doing this type of thingy, where I could have, you realize all type of shit, you know. And that's when you're most introspective. So winter is using reality, Capricorn, or security, Aquarius, of our experiences to learn and become more wise and knowledgeable of our imaginations, aka what we were lost in, Pisces, so we can, boom, start to be passionate again to support new ideas. And we back to spring. You get what I'm saying? So it's a cycle. So it's a seasonal cycle, and based upon you playing out these virtues and principles, of each of these signs, this is what they kind of correlate, as astrology. So this is astrology on a basic level. So if you can see it in that way, you know what I'm saying, before it even you won't get kidnapped by the spookism and stuff like that, because it's something we are doing, when we step outside. Okay, so let's start it over. So spring. All right, so we are doing this time. Spring, passionate to support ideas and information. Passion. So you're gonna get your ass up and get ready to go outside. Aries, once you go outside, you in the earth realm. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be on something. You gotta be stable. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna want to support whatever you was into. That's your idea. So that's Taurus supporting Gemini. You know what I'm saying? Then once you do that, you're gonna get to summer, and this is receiving or reacting, aka doing actions and expressions to show off your intellect or ideas. So receiving or reacting. That's Cancer. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the most comfortable. You want to be, in your feelings and shit like that. You want to be emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Lit. Leo. Emotionally lit. Cancer, Leo. To show off our intellect and our ideas amongst others, Virgo. Boom. Summer's over. Now, once we did that, relating or balancing motivation for new experiences or ability to teach. So boom, relating, Libra, or balancing a motivation. You know what I'm saying? We just saw what we did, so now we get the relation from that. What we put out is what we get back. You know what I'm saying? This is the law of Maya. Relating or balancing motivation, either you holding on to a grudge and you know what you could do, or you letting go of what you can't do, control. Transform, Scorpio, because you just did that in the summer, so that's the only thing you could do. Let it go for a new experiences. That's like Sagittarius, or ability to teach. You know what I'm saying? Or either you look like the wise one because you in your harvest season you was harvesting all the good shit. So that means, you know what I'm saying, you got the ability to teach. You know what I'm saying? Or you got now, or at least you learning the shit that you need to be taught. You need to know about the seasons. You need to know about Ceito, the spirit coach. You need to know about Zeus. You need to know about Zeus's hair for real. You know what I'm saying? So, right, to really talk about the stars and stuff like that. We're gonna keep this with PG. But so once you do the fall and things, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Let me go back to this kind of Kappa right now. Oh yeah, okay. So once you do the fall, which is relating or balancing motivation for new experiences or ability to teach, you're now entering winter. You know what I'm saying? Where it's cold. So you start using reality, Capricorn, getting secure and stuff like that, initiating a new security and shit like that. It's cold, bitch. We gotta make it through. Or security, and then I have a way to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So we can get through this cold ass state, Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? But we still got to do business, associate, okay, to learn and become more aware and knowledgeable of imaginations. So whatever you reap, what you sow. So you gotta use reality to see what you was lost in, to see if you want insecurity, to see what you was lost in, or see if you want to use that imagination the next time, or if you was lost in the imagination that where you gotta use this security or whatever, or where you gotta use this reality to, to experience your goddamn imagination, because you should have had a rawer imagination. You should have had a harder imagination. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do the mechanism the right way. You can't be in winter time trying to do Leo energies and shit like that. No, you gotta get with the transits. You gotta get with the transits. So if you a Leo and stuff like that, and it's Capricorn season, you gotta go ahead and get a job or something, like get stable and things. Don't be trying to use your energies in the wrong place. That's how you plant bad seeds and stuff like that. So you can't be a waiting spirit. You got to be disciplined. This is how you get your 12 disciples correct. This is how you get your 12 disciples correct. Make sure they on point. Make sure you smacking folks them up. Folks them gonna snitch on you and stuff like that. So that's like anytime you fall into into your illusions. You know what I'm saying? You start getting too much snaky energy, Pisces energy. So your Pisces was the snake. You know, your Pisces went to go tell on you like Jesus, homeboy that told on Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Because you was into illusion. You know what I'm saying? So bubble got popped. It's the end of winter and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't prepared or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? You gotta get your motherfucking 12 houses together. All right? That's what Coach here to tell you. I wouldn't sugarcoat with you like it's a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything we can go and see outside and observe what's happening. Okay? And so you don't play this, situation on a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? You playing it from an indoctrinated level of how you was taught to look at life and things or whatever, and it's how some other God didn't taught you how to see some shit like that. And God ain't never taught you how to see no shit like that. So this is how they get y'all fucked up. Especially with their calendars and doing rituals and spells and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So before you even get into, you having you know what I'm saying, you getting into argumentative spirits and stuff like that because you feel like, you know what I'm saying, because you're not manifesting and stuff like that, and you come on to some knowledge based upon what they present on the internet and things, and because it soothes whatever bias that you may be in, all right, at the moment, you know what I'm saying, you may then proceed to say that like this stuff is hidden or whatever and things of that nature because it may not be working for you and stuff like that. So you don't want to get into that energy. You want to know the mechanism that they're using and things and then try it. And it's working for somebody, but you want to see why it's working. And then once you see why it's working, then you can take that into your area and start working on it to see if it actually working or if you need to come up with a new system to update it. You know what I'm saying? So astrology is kind of, right now, it's a good starting point, and it's based upon, tracking seasons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter what time they used it back in the old days or whatever. It's here now, and this is how they get people on internet caught into little spells and sigils and buying y'all up because now there's always something that is some hidden shit, some hidden knowledge And that's kind of basically religion, because they taught y'all that based upon you never knowing. So you only can never know. And that's the space that they like to put y'all in, is that you never know. So you never know when Jesus come back, or you never know. And then they make y'all comfortable with never knowing and things. And then y'all practice never knowing spells on each other. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you would have put you in a space that you would disregard whatever they calling Jesus right in your face. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I always say because we know over here. You know? So it's all about knowing. And then you can use your own mind to make some up. You can't utilize what they give y'all for y'all biased mind to feel good, because you got a bunch of people that may be lazy minded unknowingly or knowingly, but a lot of time unknowingly, to understand what the fuck is happening. You know what I'm saying? Too lazy minded, and just too many filter systems that you gotta do shadow work on to see if you ready to lead them mentalities alone. You know what I'm saying? And come home. Thing. And then that's when you will be in the true presence and stuff like that. And then you will look like you will be able to change the world and stuff, because the world is actually in your favor and more fitting to, you know, everyone, even the people that may be trying to attack you or maybe setting up some shit. So, it gotta get real deep, when how we look at things and participate in things, so we can be in the right aspects. But that was understanding, overstanding. You know what I'm saying? So you can understand it, which is the emotions and feelings that you go through throughout the seasons. You know what I'm saying? You can overstand it. You can go outside and stand over the leaves and shit like that. Over, you know what I'm saying? You go stand in the buildings and see. You can understand it. You know what I'm saying? You can look up in the sky and see snow dropping all over your face. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way you can't understand astrology at this point. you know, um, and once you get that mechanism and things, and you get into more astronomy, you know, which is the extremes that. Well, I don't even think it was extreme. Let me not even put it into that context, because it was extreme to you ain't extreme to the next person. That's why I don't even like people be talking about the highest, the most high, and the most high frequency or something like that, or the highest level and things. What's high to you ain't gonna be high to the next person. You know what I'm saying? What's low to you ain't gonna be low to the next. You know what I'm saying? Your high of some shit may be low as fuck to the next person. So that's all um um reprobate mind talk. And another psyop that they handed out for y'all to kind of be, keep y'all within the realm of reality of high. So you never be of, if something is higher than you, you know what I'm saying, you never be that thing. You always be uh you never be with that thing. You know what I'm saying? You always be lower within it. You know what I'm saying? So you only get lower knowledge, you only get lower frequencies, you only get lower, you think you saying high and stuff like that. Right. Weed tolerance and shit will be, but yeah, exactly. The weed tolerance, I'm finna get high. That's why when you go say you gonna get high, cool, you put yourself in that spell. You don't understand words and shit like that. Or you don't understand states of beings, you know. So yeah, shout out to Sulata though. But yeah, that's why even the highest level conversation, those some of the dumbest conversations I heard about spirituality and ever. You know, especially with what's his name? What's the face? What's folks' face? Corey Carson or something like that. You know, dude, talking about the emerald tablets. Man, the emerald tablets is just something you write on your heart. You know what I'm saying? So that's what why it's never found and shit like that, because it's something you write on your heart. And when you have ideas and you make it concrete to you, or stone to you, or a tablet and whatever, to some, and somebody else may not know that, but you know that knowledge, but that's something that you can write on your heart because you can understand it. That's motherfucking the emerald tablets. Y'all spending, they giving that nigga like, why is y'all even giving him money? You can just put it, you know what I'm saying? You can write an emerald tablet right now. And things, you know, that way you go, now you gotta get on a boat and go find the emerald tablet. You finna waste a whole bunch of time and energy just to come back here and sit your ass down and listen to what Zeus said on the tab, on the shit. You know? So, on the phone with a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? In a chain until I get, you know what I'm saying? Getting money to expand and shit like that. And a whistle. You know, this is all you get. This is all you get for real. This is all you get. You know? But y'all too busy giving y'all money to Corey Carson and stuff like that. Y'all gotta stop giving y'all money to Corey Carson, man. He gonna have y'all all on boats and things. Y'all gonna run into some shit where y'all are esoteric slave trade again and things. Niggas started looking for shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas started looking for shit. You know? But yeah, man. So like, you know, that lets you go. That lets you know a lot of this shit that's on YouTube that do got a lot of views and things. Not all of it, but majority of it is psyop. And so its algorithm is picked is based upon what they want to promote, what they feel safe. They don't go against whatever ad they're posting. So a lot of you see a lot of Gaia ads or some shit like that. That's the context they want you to know spirituality. They don't want you to know it in a way Zeus will go teach you where you can know it for yourself and stuff like that. No, you gotta go buy 1,000 books. You gotta go buy it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to 28 audio books and never understand anything, and then go to church and then a mosque and then all of that. But you can just learn spirituality for the comfort of your goddamn home right now. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all motherfucking tap in and shit like that. Share this out. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they be shadow. I ain't even gonna get into that. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not. Yeah, but you know, this is a seasonal cycle. So it's just understanding seasons and stuff like that, you know? So when you understand seasons and things, you can make some astrology thing yourself up if you want to. But, you know, it's just going to be more powerful in a sense of, you know, everyone being able to kind of correlate on, you know, what words we can use to associate what the fuck we talking about. You know, and astrology got some of those signs, symbols. And, yeah, talismans and shit that you can associate with to tap into what the fuck is you doing mentally, physically, you know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. You know, and then you can start experiencing on a broad level, you know, because we all experience in the mind. So anybody that's not that, they got y'all locked down into the third dimension and stuff like that. So you gotta kind of like, but it's always you. You know what I'm saying? This should be out. This should be out since you come out your mama ass. As soon as you come out your mama ass, probably a symbol or something like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or fire symbol. It's something. You know, you just ain't develop a mind state to when you old enough. You know what I'm saying? You can tap in, so that you ain't had a lot of life experiences. You know what I'm saying? You probably like a young spirit. But if you come in and you tap in, eventually, or your spirit don't sit right, eventually that's just your experience trying to remember something it already knew and get you in a space of trying to do the right. So you may go through a lot of frustration, trials, and tribulations. But the people that can remember it fast and, you know what I'm saying, tune into them shits fast and stuff like that, them spirits be the spirits that experience and stuff like that. You can tell by the way um, you know the information is presented, because essentially, you not gonna own what ain't yours. So if you owning what's yours and things, you're gonna be able to do that. If you're not owning what's yours, then you're gonna feel like insecure, or whatever. And them is things that you gotta fight through, because them are things that you may have to fight through um, in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying, or on your spiritual path, to kind of get in a space where you can essentially like tap in. You know, so that's why even if a baby come here and start playing the piano early as fuck, that's what the motherfucker did. You know what I'm saying? It was a different form, but you know what I'm saying. This time they put shit together. They probably was like a something else in motherfucking lifetime that kind of correlated like that. You know what I'm saying? They was familiar with tones and shit like that, or whatever. Probably birds. You know what I'm saying? Or any musical type of animal, or some shit like that. The motherfuckers. But you would think they're a genius, and what does genius correlate with? Just more awareness, more knowledge, quicker to be able to learn and shit like that. No, that's experience. That's mean they learn something. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about that. You know, shout out Boom Audio Day. You know, but yeah, other than that, man. So that's astrology on a basic level in a nutshell. So now you don't even have to, utilize what they utilizing, but you can go to the starting point, see the space that you be in, and understand why they utilizing this shit, right? Right? Simple as pie. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, y'all be on the lookout. I got some more shit coming up, you know what I'm saying? Look out for the Chicago drill tape and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Chicago drill. It ain't gonna be Chicago drill, it's Chicago drill. You know what I'm saying? Where we piercing through reality. You know what I'm saying? We knocking holes through reality and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Drill. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all what real drill. I take real drill up to a notch. I'm the hardest driller, and I'm drilling alone. I don't need nobody help. Shit like that. I've been trying to give people drills for the longest and shit like that. All I did was you know what I'm saying? Uh, waiting ass spirits. Waiting ass spirits. So they waiting on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on some other shit. And this the drill right here. You know what I'm saying? You with, you know, with Zeus right now. All right. But yeah, y'all look out for that. You know, make sure y'all hop on these monthly calls too. I want to see y'all more y'all on these monthly calls. Clubhouse, you go to the subscription, you can subscribe. Even if you want to just do the daily transits from Monday to motherfucking Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Get the sauce from the coach. That's on a lower tier subscription and shit like that. Um, yeah, and then we got more motherfucking content coming up and things. I'm gonna get some content strictly for the ladies. I'm gonna get Star Girl, where she gonna be teaching the knowledge of the menstrual manifestation and things, and have women got their own moon and moods and things of that nature. So women came here and said fuck the moon and shit like that. I got my own cycle, so this is why, you know, it could be a full. Yeah, of course the woman gonna get affected by the moon. But this is why a woman will turn up on your ass in a matter of seconds and things of that nature, because she got her own cycle. She got her own motherfucking full moon. She got her own uh, new moons, and she got her own, you know what I'm saying, waning and waxing periods. So the new moon would be actually when they go through the menstrual and they release blood. you know, the follicle phase, which would they be heading towards ovulation, that will be like their waxing period. And then their full moon period will be like their ovulation period. You know what I'm saying? And then their their waning phase would be the luteal phase, where they're getting ready to go to the new moon and shit like that. Which is, you'll hear girls say I'm on my moon or I'm on my cycle or whatever like that. So they got a motherfucking beginning, end, death and shit too. All that shit a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Circle head ass. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we gonna get her, on them classes and getting all them contents and shit and showing y'all how to correlate y'all own situations and stuff like that. And you know, I get y'all a little bit right now. So when it's whatever sign you in as a female in that season, whatever. So say if we was in Scorpio season, if you came on your cycle in Scorpio season, that don't fuck. It don't matter um where the moon at currently. You know what I'm saying? This would be like you having a new moon in Scorpio going on if you came on in your cycle. And then if you were in ovulation on your cycle, this is like your full moon. So whatever um, sign the sun is in, it would be like you having full moon in the opposite sign and shit like that. So say if it was in Scorpio, you'll have a full moon in Taurus. So you may need to not add no more energy in the area of Taurus, which would be like doing too many things that overly supporting. You know what I'm saying? You should already be in protection mode and already supporting and stabilizing at the moment and stuff, whatever you guys. So the women came here and said, "Fuck the moon," real shit. You know what I'm saying? With respect to the moon and shit like that, but they their own world and things. So this is why you get sucked in a lot of women's world a lot of time and things, and you lose your own self in that cycle if you don't know how to deal with it. So don't be playing around with these women out here, man. You niggas don't know shit out here, man. You waiting ass spirits. I hate a waiting ass spirit, man. I hate a waiting ass spirit. I hate a waiting ass spirit. I really do. I hate a waiting ass spirit. This must be something we collectively do it too, because it's like, oh, I don't never do that. I don't never hit the shit off that. But I guess it's just the type of video. And then for this being a very general video that a lot of people can understand, I'd rather not hit the J on it type shit. But shout out to Uriel for getting monetized again. You know what I'm saying? Real esoteric shit. So for the most part, he'll look like the example of what to do if you into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially being on the spiritual path, because we got what's the name? North Node and Aries right now. But yeah, so we got that coming. So yeah, and then we got readings too. So if you want reading, I'm doing basic write up for your charts. It's like 25. You can go to the services or the website to do that. If you want to get a one-on-one, you can get that. If you got an event and you want to know what's the sitch, I'm saying some what's the sitch? I'm saying Cito possible and things, and you want to know the information that you may need to know for that day. It's kind of better, because it's not about if that event is successful or not. It's about how you go through that event and handle that. If you want that type of information, I got readings for that too as well. So if you got a wedding and stuff like that, or you got an event and you're nervous and stuff like that and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Or all them types of things. Those are different services I got too. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna keep it funky and move on, and then we get ready for Sagittarius season. So you know what I'm saying, like I said, you're gonna want to be seen for your experience. You're gonna want to be seen for your wisdom. And I specifically right now, when we got the cusp, this is experiencing being seen for our transformation and our motivation. So that's the thing we gonna want to be seen. We gonna want to be seen for our wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Our knowledge. Our experiences. What did we experience? how experienced are we? And that's the thing we may feel specifically motivated to transform right now based upon us being in Scorpio season, which is fall time, which is heading into um, Sagittarius, which is the end of fall time. So, you know, how big is your faith? You know what I'm saying? If you want to be seen for that. I'm sorry, I got a burp. How connected to you are to your knowledge and wisdom if you want to be seen for that. You Mars is there as well. Um, and this is motivated to take control over knowledge and wisdom. You get her, you know what I'm saying? So you always got to keep a little calendar or something like that too, you know what I'm saying? A little esoteric calendar, you know, keep your esoteric calendar. Um, but yeah, motivated to take power and control over our wisdom and knowledge, you know, and things, you know. So we don't, nobody will want to seem like a dummy. Everybody will want to seem like a preacher or some type of spiritual character right now. So we don't watch a bunch of people jump and fail, you know, but, you know, unless they getting correlated and stuff and they're getting and aware of other spirits that's in that space so they can become a part of that, you know. But yeah. And this is my roundabout, folks. So, you know, just make sure y'all keep updated on everything on the transits and shit like that. I shouldn't even be telling y'all that and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We already got the clubhouse for that. We already got the clubhouse for that. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it open for questions or something like that. Anybody got any questions, any astrology questions or whatever, y'all go ahead, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Before we hit this hour, y'all got 3 minutes. And then coach is motherfucking going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You should already have, if you've been with me, man, for like the last 1 or 2 years, like you got the best, you know what I'm saying, mind in the game. You got the best system in the game. You got the best system, and you got the best app in the game. You know what I'm saying? We like the best app online right now. I run my own app right now without the Apple Store. All right? So make sure y'all hit that up. You know what I'm saying? Ceito membership, Ceito Club, House, Ceito World, Age of Aquarius out right now. You know what I'm saying? Zoo's coming up with a new album, The Shifts Gonna Be Flames. You know what I'm saying? Album. New is this Gonna Be Flames, you heard? It's gonna be all a nice vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be a testimony. You know, how I had to do these people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to run a esoteric situation and stuff, you know, over the 10-year span of me being online to kind of get this spiritual thing correlated to situated down here, experiencing it. And now we can experience it from a real perspective. Yeah. And that is essentially, you know, making a whole in reality. You know, making people see reality as being puncturable. You know, so that's why you gotta understand everything. You can't be attached to nothing. Everything expires. So even this wall not gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it like that. Ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything transforms. You know. So everything like that. So everything can be punctured and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit. You heard? So, but since y'all like to hold it up and stuff like that, and y'all got like brick mentalities and things, you know what I'm saying? I gotta show y'all what's real there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta show you that that mentality G can get drilled, put a hole through, and shit like that. So I'm gonna do Chicago drill the right way. All right? Get your ass in the game.